Welcome to the latest USL League One in 10 after week 2 of the inaugural 2019 season. My name's Jason Longshore. We do these every week here at Soccer Down Here. You can listen on the app. You can listen at soccerdownhere.net. You can also listen on our page on Spreaker, as well as anywhere else you get your podcasts each week. The 10 things you need to know about the USL League One in about 10 minutes. Let's start with number 1 this week, the Greenville Triumph. Their fans definitely got their money's worth during the home opener at Legacy Early College against Lansing Ignite. Over 4,000 fans saw 3 goals, 3 red cards, and a comeback for Greenville as they won 2-1. It was midfielder Kevin Politz who scored late on a header to give Triumph the win. That earned him a spot on the USL League One Team of the Week. He was joined by forward Jake Keegan, who scored the equalizer after Lansing got on the board first. In another home opener, the Chattanooga Red Wolves, they sent their crowd home very happy after a 1-0 win over Forward Madison. Over 3,500 fans were on hand for the Red Wolves, and they watched goalkeeper Alex Mangles make 4 saves in a clean sheet effort that earned him a spot on the USL League One Team of the Week. He was joined on that Team of the Week by veteran Jamaican defender Richard Dixon, who was instrumental in keeping the clean sheet in front of Mangles. But it was striker Ayman Zayed who gave the Red Wolves the 3 points. His 67th minute goal was assisted by Irish midfielder Stephen Beattie. Zayed took the pass off the bounce and chipped it into the far side netting of Madison's goal. That was all the Red Wolves needed for the first win in club history. Number 3 on the list, Chattanooga. They head east to Greenville to face Triumph for the first time in history on Saturday night. Kickoff is just after 7 o'clock at Legacy Early College. The Triumph will be a little short-handed. We mentioned the red cards in their match against Lansing. They will be missing Edmundo Robinson and Cole Seiler after their red cards against Lansing Ignite last weekend. South Georgia Tormenta is our number 4 item on the list. They remained unbeaten at the top of the USL League One table. Picked up a point in their first match on the road in Richmond against the Kickers. Defender Connor Antley was involved in the clean sheet. He also, last Wednesday, to kick off week 2, had 3 assists in that 3-1 win over FC Tucson. That earned him the USL League One Player of the Week award. Number 5 on the list, there was another bit of interesting trivia on the night in Richmond. That was the first time that USL League One has had 2 brothers face off against one another. The Eckenrode brothers. Lars, 23 years old. He signed with Tormenta this season after playing the last 2 years with Toronto FC2. His 25-year-old brother, Janik, he actually played for Tormenta last summer in the PDL, now USL League 2. Went over to Denmark to play in the 2nd division and came back in February and signed a deal with the Richmond Kickers. Eckenrode versus Eckenrode at City Stadium last weekend. Toronto FC2, we mentioned that Lars played there for the last 2 years in the USL Championship. They went down to Florida and picked up a win in their League One debut, 2-0 over Orlando City B. Goal scorers, Luca Petrasso, midfielder. He opened the scoring on a volley early in the second half, and forward Jordan Peruzza added another one late in the 86th minute. Orlando City B, the discipline issues were on display again. Defender Emmanuel Hagan picked up 2 yellow cards on either side at halftime and was sent off in the 46th minute. Petrasso's opening goal, it came less than 2 minutes later. Hagan will miss Orlando's next match this weekend. That next match is our number 7 on the list. It's on Sunday as South Georgia Tormenta comes to town. The 2 teams are on opposite ends of the USL League One table currently. Orlando's played twice. They have not earned a point yet, while Tormenta leads the league in both matches played and in points earned. They have 7 points out of their first 3 matches. Number 8 on the list, we look around the rest of the schedule for Week 3 of USL League One play. Ricardo Pepi and North Texas, they host Forward Madison on Saturday night. There's 6 clubs that are on 3 points so far this season. North Texas is one of them. They're trying to break out of the pack with a win. They won their opener 3-2 over Chattanooga Red Wolves in Week 1. Also, Saturday night, 10:30 Eastern Time, FC Tucson hosts Toronto FC2. Both teams in that gaggle of 3 points. Both teams looking for their second win of the season out in Arizona Saturday night. Number 9 on the list, a little bit of controversy from the match in Greenville over the weekend. Lansing Ignite midfielder Ricky Lopez Espin was suspended by the club for 4 matches after using offensive language toward Greenville Triumph fans after the match. He was also fined by the club for his behavior. He scored the first goal in club history, but that behavior after the match earned him a 3-game suspension from the league, a 4-game suspension from the club. Those will run concurrently, and the Lansing Ignite midfield will have to find a way to replace him in their next match. Number 10 on the list, the draw for the first round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. It was held this week, and League One sides now know their opponents. 3 teams are in action on Tuesday, May 7th. Starts off with the Richmond Kickers, the 1995 U.S. Open Cup champions. They started off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as they host Virginia United. Don't take the newcomers to the tournament, Virginia United. Don't take them lightly. They knocked out perennial Cinderella squad Christos FC to get into the tournament proper this year. They had to win 4 matches to get to this stage. Chattanooga Red Wolves, they head south to face South Georgia Tormenta 2 in Statesboro at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. South Georgia Tormenta started their life as a PDL club, now USL League 2. They have added the USL League 1 team. South Georgia Tormenta 2 is the rebranded USL League 2 team, and they qualified for the tournament based off their season last year. They get a chance, not South Georgia Tormenta in USL League 1, but their 2s get a chance to face the Red Wolves in the first round of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Final match on Tuesday, May 7th. It's Forward Madison FC. They're on the road. They head over to Milwaukee to face the oldest club in the tournament, Bavarian SC. It's an 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. Bavarian SC, they've been competing in this tournament since the 1930s. This is their first time qualifying since 2012. Before the professional teams came into the tournament in 1996, Bavarian SC had a couple of semifinal appearances and finished as a runner-up in the early 90s. They've got a tough test as they face the new kids on the block in Wisconsin, Forward Madison FC. Wednesday, May 8th, the rest of the League One sides get involved in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for the first time. Lansing Ignite hosts AFC Ann Arbor at 7 p.m. Eastern. And in the only all League One battle, it's the Greenville Triumph hosting South Georgia Tormenta, the USL League One version of Tormenta, for a 7 p.m. kickoff at Legacy Early College. Look, Statesboro and Greenville have had a long history on the gridiron with a rivalry. You have Furman, you have Georgia Southern battling it out in college football. Now you're going to have Game 5 scheduled between the Greenville Triumph and South Georgia Tormenta for 2019, and this one's a knockout match. There has to be a winner at the end of it on Wednesday, May 8th. You can watch all of these matches at the home of USL League One on ESPN+. Can't wait for the Open Cup to get started. Can't wait to watch Week 3 of the USL League One season, and we'll be back next week to tell you all about it. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend, and let's get ready for USL League One Week 3.